Everybody continues to talk about Lincoln Park, how hot Lincoln Park is, how it's the most expensive market in Chicago, the most expensive neighborhood, and condos are flying, market times are low. But let's dig into it and really understand what's going on, the different segments of the market, and what's important for you to know if you're thinking about buying. So, we're going to look at what's happened over the last decade, what was going on in 2016 versus what's going on today in 2026. First of all, pricing. Median sales price in 2016, 400,000. Today, 620,000, up 55%. If you look at the mean or average sales price, it was 476.6. Today it's 742.8, up 56%. So how many days on market? 10 years ago, 30 days. Today, 8. That's down 73%. 50% of homes sold in under 30 days 10 years ago. Today, 75% are selling in less than 30 days. And it used to be that homes sold at 97.7% of list price. Today, they're selling at 100% of list price. So what's going on by bedrooms, by price point? What's been the shift? Let's take a look. It used to be that the median the median size of a condo in Lincoln Park was $1,379. Today it's $1,400. So what does that say? That says that the median size of a property really hasn't changed much. Okay, so then what is changing? Is the price per square foot. In 2016, the median price per square foot was $303. Today, $423. So that says that the genuine appreciation for a property on a price per square foot basis is 40%. Let's look at the mix, okay, of structures, what we're generally seeing. It used to be that 46% of the condos for sale were 2 bedrooms and 22% were 3s. Today, 39% of properties are 2 bedrooms. So let's say that again. It used to be 46, today it's 39%. 3 bedrooms, 22%, now 25%. 4 bedrooms, almost twice as much, used to be 4.8%, today 8.6%. More 4 bedrooms. So what were the winners and the losers in all of this? Well, I always had buyers say to me, I don't want to buy a 1 bedroom. Those don't appreciate very much. So is it chicken or the egg? Because they are the least appreciating. Now, granted, they appreciated over 25%, but 4 bedrooms appreciated 58% and 3 bedrooms appreciated 37%. So they didn't appreciate as much, but we're going to get to this in a minute. There's a reason for that. 2 bedrooms appreciated 40%, studios 32%, but perhaps the 1 bedrooms, people are saying, oh, they don't appreciate as fast. They said it 10 years ago. They say it today. There just aren't as many people. They're probably staying in rentals, saving up money so that when they do buy, they can buy that 2 bedroom. And that's why there's a bigger push for people buying 2s instead of 1s, and therefore the price appreciation. But there's one more reason. Oh, before I get to that, let me just say this. The median sales price of a 4 bedroom was $903,000. Today it's $1.4 million. People want bigger condos. Part of that could be the fact that single family homes are so expensive in Lincoln Park. 4 bedroom condos are a good alternative to get into a family sized unit. All right, let's look at the difference in pricing. 10 years ago, condos over $2 million didn't even account for 1% of the market, but today they account for 3.3%. Those condos, $1 million to $2 million, used to be less than 3%. Today they're 16%. Condos 500 to $1 million, to 29%. Today they're 35%. 300 to 500 used to be the bulk of the market. That used to be 37%. Today it's down to 30%, and under 300, which is the real entry point, used to be 28%. It's down almost half at 15%. So the 1 to 2 million and up used to be the outliers. Today, they are a good portion of the market, accounting for almost 20% of the units sold. Okay, so here, this is what I alluded to earlier. There has not been a single one-bedroom new construction property offered for sale in Lincoln Park in that 10-year span. The median sales price for a condo used to be 805, new construction condo. 10 years ago was 805,000. Today it's $1,370,000. The builders bet on luxury for Lincoln Park, and obviously they won. So there are more luxury, more new construction, bigger properties being built. Now, part of that is there's so many of these like tear downs where it was like a crummy old single family home torn down, and then they build this luxury 3-unit building in the place on a 25 by 125 foot lot. And that is comprised of a duplex down, which would typically be a 4-bedroom, right, on the first and garden level. The second floor will have a 2 or 3 bedroom. And then the top unit will be a 3rd and 4th floor unit with a lovely roof deck. And those are 3 and 4 bedroom units. And those are selling for over $1,370,000. So that's kind of the new construction. We have not seen really new construction high rises in Lincoln Park that are skewed to 1s, 2s, and 3 bedrooms, which is what we saw being built years ago. The new construction in Lincoln Park has been little boutique buildings or 2550 Lakeview, which was before 10 years ago, but also the Orchard, other properties, but they're all luxury. So that's what you're seeing. All right, so let's talk sales to list ratio. Looking at this chart, obviously 97.7 in 2016. In 2026, you see the median ratio is 100, and that little area to the right that's shaded in blue, that is what's over asking. Now, I don't see what percent of the properties are getting over, but it says 60.6% of the sales close at or above list. 60% close at or above list. So what does that mean? It means the list price is pretty much the floor. And there's a different urgency today. We talked about this before. 30 days on market. Now it's 8 days. 75% of properties sell in under 30 days. And HOAs are increasing. The overall median price of assessments is up 37.5%. So again, people are willing to pay more of a price for a condo that's a walk-up as opposed to paying for the higher assessments. And that's a trend we're seeing in every neighborhood, not just in Lincoln Park. All right, so let's summarize what the shift has been. First of all, in the product. The 2-bedroom is still the dominant type of property, but 3 and 4 bedrooms are ascending. The entry level is really squeezed by the homeowners' assessments. 10 years ago, it was balanced with 30 days market time. Today, we have a supply crisis. It's only 8 days on the market. In terms of pricing, in 2016, $1 million and up was an outlier. But today, $1 million is the new standard at 19.1%, and the list price is the floor. So what does this mean? Well, first of all, if you're an empty nester and you're in a 4-bedroom, you are sitting on the highest appreciating asset class. It went up 57.7%. If you're a luxury buyer, you are competing for a fiercely competitive 1 million and up tier. Developers are catering to you, and the list price is absolutely the floor. If you are a 1-bedroom owner, you're holding a lagging asset, but it did go up 25%, and you're being pressured with higher and higher HOAs. So don't rely on aggressive short-term appreciation. Now, if you're an entry buyer, you're facing a market devoid of entry-level new construction and higher carrying costs, so it's more challenging. So 2 and 3 bedroom resale units offer a better balance of liquidity and appreciation than 1 bedrooms, but there are certainly some 1 bedrooms available. So that's what's happening with the market, folks. If you are determined to buy in Lincoln Park, if you're selling in Lincoln Park, I would love to help you. If you have any questions, please get back to me. There are some other lovely neighborhoods in Chicago if you're finding yourself priced out of the market. And there are other tricks that we can do to find you just the right property. But I hope you have enjoyed listening to this insight into Lincoln Park. And stay tuned, subscribe to the channel, because we're going to be putting out some more for the other neighborhoods in the city as well, making sure that you are the most educated buyers and sellers out there. Thanks for watching.